Hi, I'm Ricky,
And Jesse from the Nixons.
and you're watching Metal Masters.
Hey, this is Mike with Metal Masters. I'm here with Jesse and Ricky.
Yeah.
Or Richard Nixon of the Nixons. I don't know if you had that one come up yet or not.
No one's ever said that.
That's pretty cool. Now you guys, you guys are playing at the Rub again here, and starting to make it a little bit of your home. You must like Tampa. You're starting to get a good crowd here.
Well, thank you. Yeah, people are starting to come out a little bit more often. It's good to be back. We just spent a lot of time up in the Northeast, and we're just now working our way down through Florida and back up to Texas.
Now you guys do like over about 300 shows a year at least, don't you?
Yeah, but don't remind me of that. It's like something that I try to put out of my mind. Our manager and just our whole philosophy is, we're workaholics, and we like to meet our fans face to face, just like now, and we enjoy it. That's what we enjoy doing, so that's what we do is tour.
Right, now you guys have done a really big show this year, especially it was at Madison Square Gardens, and you guys played with Kiss, right?
Yeah, we actually spent 2 weeks with Kiss, and Madison Square Garden being one of the last ones with Kiss. And that was really, really, really a cool experience. I mean, they were really, really nice to us. They were good.
That's nice. Yeah, you never know when a lot of bands you hear this and that about them,
right.
But then when bands actually do tours with them, you kind of get a little bit of a different respect from those people when you're playing long shows with them, especially if you guys are getting a good crowd response with them. I'm sure you did.
Yeah, totally. And being a fan, a Kiss fan myself, and their fans are so unique. You always wonder what it's going to be like when you meet your idols or something.
Right. Yeah, they just played here last week.
And the whole experience, like Ricky said, I mean, they're great guys. Their fans are awesome, and the whole mystique and everything was really true. I mean,
Right.
it was so awesome for us to play cities like Chicago and, like you said, New York, Boston. It was just like a dream come true.
Yeah, I bet. That's like the biggest band out this year, as far as...
Really, for us, it was like a vacation. We were like on vacation with Kiss for 2 weeks. It was awesome.
Well, what's it like playing on the bigger stages now that that they have a huge stage?
Yeah, well, we kind of got used to it doing these radio festivals. We still do radio festivals, 2, maybe 3 times a week, and most of those are like 20,000 seat venues, and we've been doing those for a while, but being in an arena as opposed to an amphitheater is quite a bit different.
Yeah.
And opening for one big headliner like Kiss is different than just being on the bill with 10 other bands. So it was different. It was a good experience.
And I'm sure you've got a ton of new followers now. Your album's been out probably like a little over a year now, probably.
Yeah, it's been really an 18th-month project, and it's weird to look out, like John was saying last night, our drummer, and see people with Kiss T-shirts on, at our show.
They've seen you there. Yeah.
And I'll point them out, and they're like, it's great though. It's awesome. I mean, I'm glad that we.
The title of that album, what does it stand for, actually? I mean,
our album FOMA.
Yeah.
It's from an author named Kurt Vonnegut who.
Breakfast of Champions.
Right. He wrote several books. He's pretty well known. Zach, our singer, loves to read. And it's his favorite author. And in FOMA, it stands for like white lies that you would say to make yourself feel better. So, tell yourself one today, and you'll feel better about yourself. Maybe.
Right. I think one good thing is now the radio's really been playing your song Wire a lot. And we've been playing your video a heck of a lot, every week now. And I think now your crowds are going to get better and better, as the more you play in certain towns, you come back and come back. But this time especially, because the radio's been pumping you guys, we've been pumping you guys. And, some bands like, say, White Zombie, it took them a good year till they got on Beavis and Butthead. Their record was out for a long time, and nobody really knew who they were. And now look at them. I think you guys are going to get that good chance now that you've done some big things.
This album has actually been out for 18 months, and we started touring on this record 18 months ago, with our first run being here in Florida with Slash's Snake Pit.
Oh, okay.
And ironically, this is our last run for this album, and we happen to be finishing it here in Florida.
Right.
Well, once again, in 3 weeks, we'll be home and writing a new record, and we're going to record it with Toby Wright, the guy that did the last Alice in Chains.
Oh, that's a great sounding record too.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, we all grew up, going to concerts, going to see bands that came through town, a couple times, maybe 3 or 4 times a year. Bands that toured, and I guess it's where we got it from, and it's like, plus we're a rock band, and you have this whole alternative thing going on, which I don't want to alienate any of those people, but, rock and roll is rock and roll.
Right.
And we make our fans on the road. It's great to have radio. It's great, with people like your show and all that. That's awesome.
There's not too many left anymore that really are into the bands and want to do this kind of thing.
Rock will always be here, and it'll come back and be #1 again someday. But for us, we just had to pound it out on the road and make those fans. And it's kind of weird, because I think about the bands we grew up listening to, and that's how they did it. And here, there's a lot of bands that have the same philosophy today, and it's cool to see it happen. You spend all those months of touring, and then you end up, and it's worthwhile. It's
right.
Cool.
Well, we're going to go to some videos now, and then we're going to come back and talk about maybe your new stuff and your videos, stuff like that. And so we're going to go to a couple videos now, and then we'll be back with the Nixons. This is Mike with Metal Masters. Hey, this is Mike with Metal Masters, and we're back with the Nixons again. And let's talk about the new record you guys are going to be doing. Now, you said you're going to have Alice in Chains producer doing it. And how many songs are going to be on it? What is it going to change any from the last album? And a lot. Some bands, they come out with a new album and it's totally different from what you expected it to be. And it's kind of surprising when bands do that. I kind of don't like it. I like when they stay doing what they usually do.
Well, it'll definitely sound like the Nixons. The new songs that we've written so far for it definitely sound like the Nixons. I just want it to be more of what we are and better of what we are. I mean, you can't sound exactly the same.
No, you can't do the same songs over and over. But
right.
You guys have, instead of being more polished, you're like a live band. Even on your record, you have that raw, really good sound. And it's heavy.
Right. That's what we're really looking forward to capturing with Toby. We're going to take a little bit different approach to recording, and
part of the reason we chose Toby was because he's well known for capturing that live vibe. And if there's going to be any difference in FOMA, our first CD, and this one, I think.
Well, that's actually your second.
Yeah, right. It's actually one of many, but let's not talk about that. Hopefully that's what we're going to try and capture, the spirit, the passion, the intensity, and all that. And that's what we're going to try and put down on this disc. Plus, this past year, all the experiences we've been through, all the bands and people we've met, friends we've made, like friends here in Florida and this region. All that's going to be in the next record, and that's what we're shooting for. And we're like real excited to get started.
Well, you guys have played so much together, a lot of bands, they'll just kind of get together and write songs and then, just kind of go in the studio and do it, and they won't see each other again for, when a band's a lot tighter like you guys are, like friends and everything, it seems like you can go right in the studio and really just do your songs without a problem, and you know what you want basically when you get in there.
Right. Also, that was our first major label, big production album. This time we're really just going to go and pound it out, just like you just described it. That was very well put.
Yeah. Well, that's what you guys are. That's the kind of band you guys are, actually, to me.
We're shooting for. We're going to go in and hopefully get this thing done real quick, and we'll see a new Nixon CD, sometime early next year.
Do you have a title working on it yet?
Yeah, that's Zach's area, and I'll let him handle that, but he's kicking around a lot of different ideas. The new songs, we're playing a lot of stuff even in the set now, because we're like that kind of band, we like to play the songs live and let them evolve and become what they are. And I'm even interested to hear what the album's going to be called. We'll see.
Does he write most of the lyrics then?
Yeah. He sings them, so
right. It's better for that.
Them. Yeah. There was a time we all collaborated, even lyrically, but I think Zach, likes to sing what he feels, and that's cool. I play guitar, and that's what I do.
Right now, also your video, Wire, a lot of bands spend not needless amount of money on videos and stuff like that. And you guys just went out there and just did a video that's just you, and it doesn't have a lot of fancy stuff in it. It's just you guys. And when you see the video, you say, hey, this band, this is what they're like, and this is what I can expect. Because a lot of times bands will put a lot of money into a video, and when you see them live, you'll be disappointed. And when you see you guys, you know what's going to happen, you know what you guys are like, and your records are just like what you guys are like on stage.
Right. Well, I think for us, I mean, and for any band, the biggest selling point of any band should be the band,
Right.
and not
The gimmick.
some artistic impression.
Yeah, their gimmick.
Yeah, or you know, a commercial for the song with the band featured every once in a while.
Yeah.
So with this video, I mean, we actually shot some footage that was sort of artistic, you know, crap, and it was just that, it was crap. So we got rid of it, and
Just like the
we
original
liked the
thing.
video a whole lot better, just with the band. I mean, growing up in the 80s, you know, when MTV very first started out, most of the videos were live videos.
Right, music.
And I think those are the coolest, where you actually see the artist play.
Yeah, you can see the band performing and say, this
Right.
is what I can go see.
So that's my favorite video of ours.
Yeah, I like that one myself a lot too. I was like, when I saw it, I really liked it. I was like, yeah, this captures what you guys are trying to put out as being, you know?
Yeah, it's my favorite video, Wire, actually.
So you plan on doing a couple videos for the next record too, or?
You know, we're not like a video happy band, but now we've got MTV2, and it's part of the business, and I'm sure that we'll be out there doing that.
Right. Well, we're going to go to that video now and let everybody else check it out since we've been talking about it. And I hope you guys come out and see these guys because they're really good on stage, and you need to check them out or you'll miss something good. So this is Mike with Metal Masters with the Nixons, and we'll see you soon.